What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome back to Frontline 2 Exilium. So, yeah, before we continue the Deep Oblivion story, I did see that, because I did log in the next day here, now we can log in for the chance to win a grand prize. You're not sure if we'll play like an animation, so what do we get? Okay, we just get collapsed pieces. Yep, I'm guessing that's the normal prize. A starry cake. Happy anniversary, okay. Alright, I wasn't able to read that in time. Can I press on this? No? Okay. Anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. Get the story 14%. Dang, we just like advanced like 5% from last time. Anyways, here we go. Let's go and move on to the next story here. We got a battle up ahead. Leva swiftly exits level 2. She turns to the doorway and positions herself in front of the desk. Yeah, so I think someone is about to come in to disrupt our investigation, right? Right at that moment, a well-dressed middle-aged man strides in, with Zimmerman hurrying behind. The investigators in the room recognize the newcomer and immediately stop, snapping to salute. Oh, there's no need for such ceremony. Please return to your work. Saying this, Zimmerman hurriedly steps between the middle-aged man and Leva. Come, let me make introductions. These two are Counselor Kalina's subordinates, Tactical Dolls Leva and Rebella. And this is Legislator Rurik, currently serving in the Parliament of Odessa Oblast. In honor to finally meet you, Mr. Rurik, the reputation of that and that of the Gerard group precede you. Ignoring Leva completely, Rurik turns and snaps angrily at the search personnel present. Jeez. Who allowed you to let unauthorized outsiders into this site? Arrest them at once! The search personnel, who had just breathed a sigh of relief, now glanced nervously between the three parties. If the Oblast government's confidential documents are leaked, can you afford the consequences? Understood. Under Rurik's pressure, the search personnel moved to surround Leva and Rebella. We hold an Oblast-approved investigation permit from Odessa. That hardly makes us outsiders, does it? Mr. Rurik, could there be some sort of misunderstanding? Misunderstanding? That's right. It was thanks to Mr. Zimmerman's coordination that we are able to obtain the permit so quickly. Isn't that right, Mr. Zimmerman? Leva presents the permit to Rurik. He barely glances at it before glaring hard at Zimmerman. Yes, I asked the relevant departments to accelerate the approval process. Zimmerman's tone is calm, but a thin sheen of sweat is visible on his forehead. I authorized you to assist MFA in investigating the chief's death and the illegal armed forces behind it. When did I allow you to help them steal government secrets? Miss Kalina and her subordinates are simply following regular investigation procedures and participating in the on-site search. No theft of documents is involved. No theft? They're investigating the case, and yet they skip searching the first floor where the incident occurred, coming straight to the second floor study? A doll's reasoning differs from humans. Perhaps they can find clues from another angle to help us catch the chief's murderer sooner. Your reasoning sounds as asinine as theirs. Do you think the government's confidentiality levels are for show? Rurik raises his voice, turning his vicious gaze back. These two tactical dolls have already come into contact with high-level classified Oblast secrets. They must be arrested at once, and their neural clouds purge. Restrain them, and bring them back to the Public Security Administration. Mr. Rurik. Does the Public Security Administration belong to the Gerard Group too? At least not openly. Catlin told us not to trigger a conflict. We'll have to find a chance to skedaddle. Make sure not to actually injure anyone, especially these two honorable legislators. Just as Leva and Rebella take up defensive stances, hurried footsteps sound outside once more. Leva, Rebella, how is your investigation go? Mr. Zimmerman, what's going on? And this must be Mr. Rurik. Almost everyone present breathes a sigh of relief upon Kalina's arrival, though Rurik's brow furrows tighter still. Miss Kalina, Why are you here? I finished work early today, so I thought I'd come by. We were in close contact with the chief before his death. He may well have been murdered because of that. I wanted to personally oversee my subordinates' work and assist your side in finding the culprit quickly. Are the two of you here for the same reason? Yes, today was meant to be a regular Odessa Parliament's meeting, but because of the chief's case, many proposals couldn't proceed. Mr. Rurik, deeply concerned and always respectful of the chief, suggested we come to the site. But what do we find? Your subordinates attempting to steal confidential Oblast documents, Madam Counselor. Stealing secrets? Leva, what's going on? We were only following procedure in searching the site, but the legislator seems convinced of our guilt. He's all ready to drag us back to the PSA and purge our neural clouds. Is that so? Legislators, as you see, my subordinates are dolls. Their command authorization rests with me, and they're acting on my orders. Do you mean to say I ordered them to steal secrets? Kalina's tone is calm, her expression gentle, but her words land with weight. She stands before Rurik resolutely, showing no sign of backing down. Rurik, who has been staring at the dolls, now shifts his gaze to her. Zimmerman hastily stuffs his handkerchief back into his pocket and steps forward. Miss Kalina, on my honor and my family's, this is all a misunderstanding. Yes, I believe you, and I believe Mr. Rurik as well. Since it's a misunderstanding, it must be resolved quickly, so that the Odessa Oblast government and NOMFA don't suffer further any unpleasantries. All the better then. Leva, explain your actions carefully to the legislators. Could the investigators also come closer and verify her accounts? So here's the deal. Actually, at Kalina's prompt, Leva steps forward to explain. The search personnel, with Rurik's tacit consent, also draws near. Meanwhile, a quiet message is sent through the level 2 comms link. Lobella, get to work. Crack the laptop now. Copy everything. On it. Oh, we're going back to level 2 again. Alright, here we go. I thought maybe the combat would be, I guess... Actually, hold on, what? I guess we're still in level 2? Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute. Okay, I was about to say, this kind of looks like the... the crew deck in a way, with the pull out here, but it's not really. It's just, you know, maybe a little bit similar. Just a little. Not too much of a similar layout. Yeah, this place is like way too big for the crew deck. But yeah, I thought that was a very interesting confrontation with Mr. Rurik. See, now we got the Gerard group coming in. Like, just accusing us for stealing documents, which I guess you can say maybe we are. I don't know if, like, the chief's stuff on his laptop is... I'm guessing they're part of the Gerard group? Or, like, whatever he's accusing us to steal. 100%. Copy complete. We have all the chief's data from his computer. Yeah, that was level 2. I thought maybe, like, whenever it comes to level 2, they would, like, do it in that one, like... I don't know what you call it, but like it's just pretty much not like a real place. It's just a digital space. Nicely done. Leva winks at Kalina, who instantly understands. Legislators, based on Leva's account and the corroboration of the search personnel, after entering the room, my subordinates merely looked at a few contracts on the desk. While some were confidential, they were of low classification level, and since we hold a search warrant, this counts as only a minor infraction. I apologize for viewing the documents without prior authorization. I'll further regulate their behavior. Could the two of you overlook it this time? That will be acceptable. No. Confidential means confidential. Whether high or low level, project's details cannot be compromised. What they saw must be erased. I understand your concern. It was our mistake to begin with, but since Mr. Rurik emphasizes procedure, then we must follow procedure. What do you mean? The Parliament of Odessa Oblast does not itself hold punitive authority. Moreover, my subordinates belong to NOMFA. NOMFA and the Oblast government are equal partners. Even if their neural cloud records must be purged, it should be NOMFA's own specialized institution executing it, with results shared with your side. As for the time of execution, NOMFA has a detailed contingency plan. It's kind of crazy just calling it an execution. Normally the process takes 2 months. Of course, we'll urge said institution to expedite the procedure at every stage. Once approval is granted, we'll promptly inform you of the execution date and location. And again, it does sound kind of like wild to call it an execution, like erasing our memories. I don't know, that's what I thought the neural cloud was. Is it just memories? Or is it like their actual like brain where without it they just can't process anything at all? I thought maybe it was just like memories, like, right? Because that's what I thought, like the neural cloud, like when they back it up, it's like they're saving it on the cloud, you know, like OneDrive or Google Drive. Wait, that's what I thought it might be. If you're interested, Mr. Rurik, you may apply through official channels to supervise. Until then, should any leaks occur, NOMFA will cooperate fully with the investigation. We have no reason to take the risk, and I don't have time to wait for your approvals. You needed to wait personally. If you're pressed for time, you could send a subordinate to supervise. Rurik glares at Kalina, the tension in the room near breaking. Zimmerman inhales deeply and steps between them again. Alright. What matters now is investigating the chief's death and the illegal armed forces, isn't it? And Mr. Rurik, don't you have other weighty matters to attend to yourself? Focusing on such trifles is only wasting your time, isn't it? If you still don't trust them, since I'm hosting Miss Kalina, I'll go supervise myself. Very well. Rurik nods slowly, his face still dark. I didn't think he would, like, have him supervise, because, I don't think he liked it that Zimmerman gave us the approval to investigate or something. He barks out an order to search the personnel, though his eyes never leave Kalina. Since the chief's villa contains Oblast confidential documents, effective immediately, only Public Security Administration research staff can remain. Everyone else leaves until the documents are secured, and then only does the investigation resume. Understood. Understood. Madam Counselor, I have other matters to attend to, so I'll take my leave. No need to trouble yourself. Mr. Zimmerman, escort Counselor Kalina and her subordinates back to her hotel safely. Do your job well. Leave the lady with a good impression. Without waiting for Zimmerman's reply, Legislator Rurik gives Kalina a perfunctory nod and marches off. Zimmerman once again pulls out his handkerchief, dabbing sweat from his forehead. He forces a strained smile at Kalina. Mr. Rurik has always been strict. With the Gerard's group's bid for administrative control rejected and the chief's sudden death, he's under a great deal of pressure lately. His words may sound harsh, but please don't take offense. Not at all. We're all just following procedure. Good. I'll arrange a driver to take you back. You'll be notified once the documents here are moved and the site is reopened. Very well, thank you. Leva's group take their leave of Zimmerman and returns to their room. Lena and Sopo hurry to greet them. Leva, are you alright? When Zimmerman's secretary messaged us, I was so scared, and Kellen wouldn't even let Sopo and me come along. See, we're fine. If Kellen had let you two come, it really would have turned into an accident or incident. Leva ruffles Lena's hair affectionately. I was worried about you, Leva. No wonder you got here so quickly, Kalina. Yes, thanks to Zimmerman, when things looked wrong, he immediately alerted me after leaving the Oblast government building. Oh, that's why she was there. Zimmerman looks weak and reluctant to show his stance against Gerard openly, but he certainly acts behind the scenes. But with all this effort to curry favor from us, does he truly want to find the chief's killer and root out the illegal armed forces? At least for now, his interests align with ours. I don't know, so far, based on what I've seen, I feel like Zimmerman is innocent. I'm sure like his, I forgot his name, Fedya, It does seem like he's undercover to make sure that Zimmerman is in line or something, or at least to, you know, expose Zimmerman to the Gerard group if there's anything that's not in line with their interest. But yeah, it is very interesting. True, a politician without ambition would be stranger still. And what a coincidence! Just as we obtained approval to investigate, Rurik happened to walk in. It wasn't a coincidence. Right, even with the chief dead, a campaigning legislator has no reason to suddenly visit the site. From our intel, the chief and legislator Rurik were at odds. Deeply concerned and always respectful to the chief? What a joke. Neva, you mean our movements were leaked? Rurik knew exactly that Robella and I went straight to the second floor. He has likely planted eyes among the search staff. Maybe we were being watched from the moment we filed the request. Maybe even earlier. Remember 2 days ago when we contacted Commander? Someone forged the agreed upon code, lured the ammo into the yellow zone, and ambushed the commander. Though in the end, it all turned out fine. Okay, I think I do remember that moment. Like that's the one. I forgot exactly when that happened. I think that felt like. Was that like when we encountered the? Oh no, what are they called again? The cult people. Like first we got a message, like using the code that would be, I guess, known to Kalina and the commander. Or I guess, these guys and the commander. Oh no, this is... I think that was with Darcher, right? Darcher is the one that led us there. Yeah, my bad. I think it was Darcher. That was from the main story. And then that's how we got to fight Darcher, because she led us there. Okay, I think that's when the story is kind of like taking place. So yeah, this is way in the past, like, still within the, I guess the, is it the 1.0 story, like the launch story? I know the launch story was pretty long. Eva only shrugs, giving no further comment. The Oblast government's internal relationships are still murky. Everyone must act with extra caution. Mabella, anything unusual in the chief's files you copied? Within that's visible, there are only very few documents. Nothing seems out of ordinary. Aside from a handful of official files, the chief's computer held almost nothing else. He must have habitually cleared data from it. But judging by the hard drive storage space, it should hold more. I've also saved the hidden files, cache, and fragments, just in case. There may be clues there. Good. To be safe, let's have specialists analyze them. I'll file a repair request with Leibniz within the week. Sopo, get ready. Huh? Me? I'm getting repaired? I'm fine. I can gun down a squad of Sangvis diner gates with one burst. But in 2 days, you'll accidentally suffer a little damage. There's gonna be an ambush op in 2 days? That's what this means? Woohoo! Is it Gerard's Joys? Or Sextons? Or Darcher? Robella, I'll turn those guys into trophies and display them in my room. I kinda wanna laugh, but Leva, am I also like this in your eyes? Sopo, Kalina wants you to personally deliver the copy data to Leibniz. Gerard has a strong electronic warfare capability. Even our encrypted network may not be safe. Solid state transfer is more secure. Oh. Sopo, fired up just a moment ago, immediately droops. Although the villa's contents sat for days without being moved, Rurik was likely only seizing the chance to interfere with our investigation again. But since the Gerard group has to resort to killing the chief, he must have known something. You cannot miss a single lead. Sopo, you're the most mobile. Escort duty falls to you. Set off once the request is submitted. Alright, leave it to me. I am noticing, like, whenever they do, like, change scenes, like, it's a bit different now. I feel like normally it would, like, fade to black, right? But they just leave, like, the wallpaper there, I think. But yeah, I think that's different. Okay, we got a cutscene here. 2 weeks later. The voice of a news broadcast echoes the room. Eva leans by the window, her gaze following the aerial cameras flying across the sky, finally settling on the live footage projected into a giant screen above the distant commercial streets. My, what a lively scene. Just a few days ago, they were mourning the chief, denouncing the illegal arms groups, and now poll results from the first survey are already out, along with the confirmed schedule and rules of the election. The URNC central government demands that the interim chief election be kept simple, shortening both the process and duration. The duration sure is shortened, but the scale? Nothing simple about that. Alleged leader Rurik's campaign speech today looks more like a pre-World War III superstar concert. Wow, there must be 10,000 people down there. This only happens with Rurik, right? The other candidates have given speeches too, but none with that kind of spectacle. Zimmerman's speech didn't even get a live news broadcast. It was just streamed online. And the news only gave him a few passing shots before moving on. Yeah, that kinda sucks for him. And judging by the first poll results, Zimmerman really isn't in a good position. The late chief's conservative political line doesn't seem very appealing to the people of Odessa. Yeah, he really does need to up his game. If he starts trailing badly, then all those unattached swing votes won't go to him later either. The full broadcast for the speech, then a follow-up interview to Odessa might as well just hang the next chief sign around Rurik's neck. That would make a simple election. Whoa, look at this. What the heck? Mr. Rurik, just now in your speech you mentioned that since you entered politics, the Gerard Group has not only supported Odessa's development, but also formed close cooperation with the URNC in many fields. Could you expand on that? Of course, but first, I need to correct one part of your phrasing, ma'am. As everyone knows, since the Joint Development Agreement was issued, Odessa was designated a white zone city. Supporting Odessa's development is, in itself, part of cooperating with the URNC. In recent years, the Gerard Group has focused on identifying the problems we encountered during Odessa's development and turning them into workable plans, which has helped advance the purification project the URNC is pushing forward. Currently, the purification vehicles we helped manufacture are already deployed across Odessa and the surrounding administrative regions. Everyone must have seen plenty of them in the news. Yes, right behind me not far away is a factory established by the Gerard Group, with many purification vehicles assembled and waiting to be shipped. So then, regarding the future of the Gerard Group, do you have any news you can share? I'm afraid not. Several projects are in planning, but not at the stage for public release. However, the Gerard Group has already poured out most of its liquid capital into the early phases of such businesses, which means, very soon, there will be new stock insure. What? Did he misspell that? Issuance? Is that a word? Issuance. I thought it was insurance. That's certainly good news for the residents of Odessa. This will surely have wide ramifications on the secondary market, Mr. Rurik. Isn't it risky to reveal this information in advance? The Gerard Group is indeed a large commercial conglomerate, but the funds we collect through the stock market come from the residents themselves, and when we invest them into research and urban development, we directly benefit the residents too. We never forget, Gerard started as a small factory here in Odessa, and it was thanks to the support of Odessa's people that we reached today's success. So, on behalf of the Gerard Group, I say thank you. And we must thank you, and the Gerard Group too, for your contributions to Odessa Oblast. Staring at Rurik's smiling face on TV, Lena turns her head away with displeasure. It's all empty talk, blah blah blah. Helen, can you stop watching this? Sure. Kalina turns the TV off with a chuckle. That interview was obviously scripted. Why else would they not mention anything about the illegal armed group's attack on you, Miss Kalina? Or Callan? That's old news already. The turmoil didn't even leave a scratch on Gerard. The only effect was a tiny dip in their stock price. Just a tiny dip, nothing that could affect their market value. Still, a dip is a dip. Ordinary people buy rising stocks, not falling ones. Is this really a good time for Gerard to issue a new shares? Most likely they'll be brought up in no time. Exactly. The dip was erased as soon as the interim chief election was announced. Gerard's stock has been soaring for days. The news of a new issuance now. Okay, that is a word. No retail investor or institution would pass up such a golden opportunity. So we just sit and watch them profit after doing all those bad things? That's so frustrating, Leva. After the last turmoil with illegal droids and ODE-01, the Gerard group has already raised their guard to the maximum. There are fewer and fewer cracks. To bring them down, we need to wait for the right timing and gather enough evidence. Kellen, what about Leibniz analysis? I see you've scheduled a video conference with her today. Nothing escapes you. Good timing too. It's about to start. Let's all take part in the call. Kalina glances at her terminal. Looks like Leibniz is already in. She projects the video feed. Sopo's nose fills the screen with an exaggerated close-up. Leibniz, nice camera. Did you enhance the resolution? Hey, don't mess with that. If you break it, I won't be able to video call Persica tonight. What's the big deal? Every time you video call, you just ramble on while Persica is either asleep or working on new tech. She never shows her face anyway. You might as well just talk to her via audio call. It's normal for a genius like Persica to be too busy to chat on video calls, but I must show her proper respect and make our schedule daily call. She's hopeless. Why are you all frozen? Am I lagging? But I just updated my bandwidth 2 days ago. No, it's us. The signal on our end is not very stable. It's fine now. Let's get to business. Okay, I'll keep it short. The copied files you sent contain no anomalies. I checked in every visible and hidden file. No suspicious fields. I see. However, aside from those files, the music. The heck? The copy also included some redundant data. That's normal, but I processed it just to be safe. So that's why you asked it for more time. Did you find something? Ooh, hold on, the music. Why did the music just become like so epic? Like it's so cool. Yes, some of the recovered data turned out to be system logs, operations the chief performed on his email account. I traced them to the server with the credentials you gave me. Although most records on the server have already been scrubbed, I managed to recover a few emails by combining them with the local redundancies. Most are just normal government documents, but one contains only a string of characters. Another string? Yes, but this one isn't encrypted. It clearly looks like a set of coordinates plus a constant string. The real catch, though, is the recipient. Who is it? Leibniz stares at Kalina for 2 seconds. Looks like you really don't know. It's you, Kalina. Your name is in the recipient field. I confirmed the account with Krieger. It's yours. Me? Kalina quickly checks her mailbox in surprise. I never received that email. Because it was never successfully sent. It got blocked by signal interference. It could be chance. It could be deliberate interception. Unless you can get me the hardware. I can't tell for sure. The chief's personal computer is still under Oblast control. And that's the end of the trail. Once control lifts, any traces will be gone. Anyway, I'll send you the details to you. The rest is beyond my expertise. She sends Kalina a message with an image attached. A still from the surveillance video of an empty lab. At the bottom edge, the tip of a pointed ear is visible. Is this Persica? Yes. I made a screenshot during yesterday's call. Seeing Persica falling asleep from exhaustion gives me no excuse to slack off. I'm sure you could use the same encouragement. Kalina smiles wearily and cranks up the brightness of the photo. Hidden characters emerge from the shadows. I'll treasure this picture. Thanks. It's just work. I still have a meeting with the researchers later, so I have to go. Sopo's maintenance is completed too. She's ready to return anytime. Leibniz quickly signs off. Sopo, that's it for today's call. Stay on standby and wait to be recalled. Okay. I just checked those coordinates. It's a light rail station in Satellite City ODE-0222. But the constant string afterward exceeds the number of platforms. Not a platform then. Employee ID maybe? Station staff and patrol droids have alphanumeric IDs based on the city and station name. Doesn't fit either. What else at a station is really numeric? Timetable? Service number? No, doesn't match. Surely it can't be floor tiles. Could it be a locker? If you split 011-4773, so maybe locker 11, password 4773? That's very possible. I checked at the chief's travel record. He did visit ODE-22 a few days before his death for an administrative rights inspection. While it's plausible, it's suspicious as heck, and Light's rail locker isn't safe. Would the chief really leave something there for Miss Callan? He had better ways to pass information, no? Unless he really realized he was under surveillance and had no time for safer options. Sadly, he can't answer us anymore. So what now? Do we follow this? Honestly, I don't buy that we just happened to recover an email meant for Callan through sheer dumb luck. The discussion stalls. Kalina thinks for a moment, then comes to a decision. We'll keep looking into this. Even if it's a trap, it's our only lead. We'll lose our only chance once the Jawar group seizes real power in Odessa. Of course, I'll also use NOMFA channels to look for other openings. But will Rurik let us leave? He's probably planted eyes all around us. Leaving Odessa through normal means will be hard. Leva, you three leave tomorrow morning. Avoid surveillance, take the card through the green zones, and head for the ODE-22. I'll have Sopo join you en route. However, I know, once outside the white zone, the illegal armed groups will be on us again, but if we take the light rail openly, not only will our destination be exposed, the Oblast government will also bury us in all sorts of bureaucratic nonsense, and probably align us tails. Yes, there are unknown dangers ahead, so be extra careful. Stay in contact. I'll remain here, helping best as I can. We're counting on you for backup, Callan. Sitting at his desk, Rurik connects to a comms link. Congratulations, legislator. A landslide lead in the first poll. Who else could they pick besides me? Zimmerman? That useless clown? Looks like congratulations are due in advance, Chief Rurik. You contacted me just to flap your lips? Of course not. These NOMFA dolls are on the move again, according to Major Fedya. Yep. They vanished 2 mornings ago. They're sharp and didn't take the rail, but with Heli's help, I swept the Oblast surveillance feed. A few clips caught them. Their destination seems to be ODE-022. Or 22. That's 022. ODE-22. Indeed, so the chief still managed to sneak his message out under all our guard. Truly a remarkable man. And still a corpse. Sexton botched it. Couldn't even finish a simple job. Rurik's expression darkens, though he doesn't seem very surprised. Sexton's was indeed incompetent. She's already been punished accordingly. You better watch yourself too. If your intel hadn't been late, the chief wouldn't have had time to nearly tip off that counselor, and I wouldn't have needed to have him killed, or move the data center during this critical period. Remember this, third-gen doll tech is still being refined. The more you expose your flaws, the sooner you'll be obsolete. Raccoon's voice falters under the rebuke. That was my oversight. I've already ordered armed automatons to intercept them. Shame Darcher's last frame was lost on the mission. The new one still needs fine-tuning, otherwise she'd be perfect for this. You've cleaned up Darcher's records. Yes, as per your order, you have been dealt with long ago. No matter who investigates, how deep they dig, there's no way they can link Darcher to the Jawar group anymore. I even made her show some distinctive changes, and also laid a false trail. By now, the other side should have be fixated on Darcher's ownership transfer. Good. And don't chase those dolls too hard. If they actually reach our destination, all the better. Oh? So you already planned ahead. Should I recall the automatons then? No. Maintain the illusion of a full sweep. And remember, no more slip-ups. Sextons under Gerard got turned to scrap. The same can happen to you under Chet FABN. Understood. Do your job and keep I don't know how to pronounce this word. Like Chet FABN's people in line. Keep funding my campaign, and I might just throw them a bone after I win. Sextons has been ordered to be destroyed. I recently submitted a request to have you transferred back under Gerard. You don't want to stay stuck in electronic warfare forever, do you? So yeah, like we have been seeing that Sextons is going to be destroyed here. I assume that this is where we get to see like why Sextons is a bit different now. Like she's like wearing a hood now, right? And stuff. And that's why we saw her like that when she got to the Elmo. Of course not. I eagerly await the day I return to your side. Good. Anything else? Major Fedia reports that the searches of Gerard HQ are over. He didn't find anything, did he? No. Thankfully, we relocated the data center in time, thanks to your warning. Otherwise, we'd have lost a useful ally. Keep him in the dark, especially about the chief. We still need his help. Also, tell him that Gerard's internal checks found a batch of old automatons that, for certain reasons, were never registered after production. Gerard wants them registered into the security system this week. Have him arrange it. Yes, sir. Pity he couldn't be called in time to track MFA's dolls in this time. Would have saved you trouble, still. Cocoon hesitates briefly. When you rushed into the villa, you didn't let me monitor the chief's network. Were you letting them search on purpose? I know MFA's people won't stop pursuing the investigation, so it's better to go on in the offense. Need my help? Yes. I'll assign you the task later. This is the critical stage of the election. It's a great risk for the opportunity Heli created. Those dolls must not ruin it. Once the election ends, Odessa will be their grave. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing that, you know, somehow Sextons, like, escapes her doom, I assume. And that's how we meet her on the Elmo when she was there that one time. Yeah, can't wait to see more of her story. As the ODE-22 checkpoint slowly comes into view, Lena, sitting in the passenger seat, leans back into the chair with a sigh of relief. Phew, we're finally here. Leva, those armed droids shouldn't dare come after us again, right? If the PSA spots them, they'll be in trouble too. Not fighting anymore? I haven't had enough fun. Sopo straightens up in the back seat, glancing at the spoils piled in the trunk. The ID code for the checkpoint is ready. Good work. If you pass smoothly, we should be in the clear. The Jeep drives steadily into ODE-22 city limits and gets caught in traffic. Leva, you were right. After the checkpoint, it's been much smoother. Are we heading straight into the light rail station now? Yes. Even though Robella modified the ID code, we're now inside the satellite city surveillance zone. They already managed to occasionally track us on the suburban roads. Spotting us in ODE-22 will be easy. We need to move quickly. Got it. According to the navigation, we'll reach the target in half an hour, but with traffic this heavy, we should multiply the time by 1.5. Understood. Sopo, your combat performance is the strongest. Once we arrive, if a fight breaks out, you and Lena handle fire support. I'll cover the electronic warfare cover, and Robella will search for the locker. If our guess is wrong, we retreat immediately. No problem. You know, I'm kind of curious about her skills. Like, they've been calling her like the best one. Like, I guess the best when it comes to combat. I kind of want to see that. Got it. Weird though. Why is it suddenly all jammed up? It's not even rush hour. Lena sticks her head out the window, squinting toward the front of the traffic. An accident? Doesn't look like it. Eh? What is that? Suddenly, getting a clear view, Lena ducks back inside. Leva, there are tons of security patrol droids stopping traffic up ahead. Some of them even checking cars one by one. A routine road inspection. That's too much of a coincidence. What do we do? The cars are stuck. We can't turn back now. So, I finally get to play with government droids? Don't make a scene just yet. Cooperate with the inspection and play it by ear. The jeep slowly rolls forward with the line of cars until, under the patrol droid's direction, Neva brings it to a stop. A small patrol unit rolls up the window, its camera flashing a green signal as it scans each of the dolls inside. Neva, what's it doing? It's an ID check. Unlike Satellite City residents, we don't have recognition chips. The system will scan and match us against the government database to find our unique codes. Click, click. Whoa. The patrol unit's camera swivels intermittently, its scanning time already longer than usual. Neva quietly signals with her hand. The dolls suddenly tightens their grips on their sidearms. As expected, the green signal switches to red. The patrol unit blares a harsh alarm. The surrounding droids immediately switch into combat mode, pushing through the congested vehicles to surround them. Everyone out! Don't get bogged down. Break through the encirclement. Alright, here we go. The battle for... yeah, for this mission here. Bookshop. Enemies approaching. Prepare to break through them. Lena, how are you doing? Everything's fine. I'm approaching the objective. Okay, there's more serious guards here. I was about to say, are we gonna fight those blocky ones? But no, there's more like intimidating droids here. Got one, Neva. I've reached the objective. Give me a tactical overview of our surroundings. I'll be giving you directions. Oh, that's so cool. Got it. Tactical overview sent. I'm ready to go. How are things on your end, Robella? Oh, there she is. I've reached the combat zone. Ready to break through the security droid robot's cordon. Alright. Let's go and play. That's a really cool robot. There we go. And one more to go. For a bike. Nice. Wow, look at that, man. Was that like 4 or 5 that Kukai took on in a row? Oh, that was it for the mission? Okay, let me continue then. Well, maybe do one more. Wow, I'm able to do 4 in one video, maybe? Beep, beep, beep. Once the blaring patrol droids move off, the dolls hidden in an alleyway, finally let out a sigh of relief. Sopo leans against the wall sulkily. There's no end to this. It's getting on my nerves, and you guys keep holding me back. I don't get it. Why are we holding back against droids that have gone rogue? They haven't gone rogue. More likely, we've been flagged as dangerous units. Huh? No way. We didn't even do anything. Maybe it's a problem with the ID code, but there's no time to check. We need to move safely fast. So what now? Luckily, Kala set up a temporary safe house beforehand. It was meant for observing the light rail station, but now it'll have to be our shelter. Is it far from here? It's not too close. We'll need to cross the city, and the odds are we'll run into patrols again. This pursuit is no coincidence. For the sake of future deniability, don't do anything beyond self-defense until we know the cause. Sopo, you hear that? Alright. Oh, battle again. Okay, now the story is getting a bit more faster. Whoops, my bad. Yeah, let's go and get through this quickly. I feel like Kukai just did the exact same move from before. Well, that was way faster. It felt like the exact same thing, but like less turns were used. Wow, we can do one more? 5? You think? Oh my gosh, dude. We're finally getting through it fast. I was really kind of nervous about like, getting this done in time. Like, you know, in a timely manner, I mean. Okay, we're kind of speeding through this. But yeah, I think definitely for next week, you know, just to be safe though, I will definitely put more videos out. Just to be on the safe side. Wow, that was only just a mission, like just no cutscenes at all. Okay. Got a cutscene here. In the mission though. Oh, I see that exit there. Okay. Combat start. I'm sure they'll be fine. Oh no, I need to wake up Michitu. Hold on. This happened to me one time where like I couldn't finish the objective just because she's sleeping. And then I need to evacuate all allied forces here, so... how do I wake her up? I kind of forgot how to wake up again. There we go. You know, I've been playing on auto battle this like so much as of I would say that like pretty much for the longest time. I rarely play on manual, only in like the challenge modes. I'm like forgetting how to play the game. I just let it go on auto battle, which for me, you know, I'm fine with that in a way. Of course, I would like to play manually, but like I've always also been a fan of like auto battle games, like those idle games. So even though like that was like one of my criticisms too, like I'm still gonna play the game. I'm still gonna, I guess, watch the gameplay itself. I guess. Like yeah, I know that was one of my criticisms where it doesn't feel like I need to play. I can just auto battle. But like it's not bad enough for me to, you know, stop playing because I always like auto battling stuff as well. They all shake off their pursuit and slip into a temporary safe house near the Target Light Rail Station. Lina and Sopo keep watch at the doors and windows, while Robella suddenly observes the patrol deployment around the station. I see. I'll wait for your update. Liva cuts off her call with Kalina and joins Robella. Well, was it the ID code? The code is still valid, but the four of us are now marked as dangerous in the government security database. How come? We didn't have this issue in the last satellite cities. The official explanation is that yesterday the database was updated with some newly seized illegal automatons. During the update, some error must have occurred. Newly seized? Just in the past 2 days? Yeah, they say the Gerard group did a self-audit after the PSA inspection, found some oversights, and voluntarily reported them. Isn't that ridiculous? They suddenly turn over a new leaf now? Impossible. The timing is way too neat. They definitely tampered with the update. Exactly. Kellen has already requested a correction, but they won't let it go so easily. How can the URNC's cyber defense be this weak? First the chief was impersonated, and now the database is corrupted. Lina, watching the street, pulls the bolt of her gun back in irritation. Replacing the chief for comms could still be explained by superior electronic warfare, but the security systems, isn't Heli fully in charge of that? Even Dandelion, with full control of OGAS, can only override parts of Heli's permissions for a short while. Could someone know Heli better than Dandelion does? If that's the case, I'd almost feel relief. Huh? You suspected Heli? Liva shakes her head. I wouldn't go that far, but if this attack did come from inside the URNC, our trouble is only just the beginning. But the Gerard Group's top man is just an Oblast legislator of Odessa. Are they really that capable? Depends on whether Gerard is acting alone. Since when have they been infiltrating the URNC? We can only dig slowly. Hopefully, it's just my pessimism talking. But since the patrols now know our location, could the target itself already be a trap? That's what worries me. But according to Kalin, our dangerous flag applies Oblast-wide. The attacks we faced so far have been irregular. Most likely, they don't know our exact goal. They're just sweeping us and impeding our movements. Robella, what did you find on the station patrols? Permanent automaton count as normal. Weapon loadouts too. But there are extra mobile units patrolling the station and nearby streets. Looks like they were ordered to search for us. If I remember correctly, patrols are fully networked. If anyone finds us, the whole city will know instantly, right? Yes. especially since we just clashed with them. It'll be impossible to explain ourselves if we get caught now. So we can't fight and we can't hide. Once they finish checking streets and public spaces, they'll probably go building by building. Should we contact Kalina again? Maybe NOMFA can help. I've already updated her. But if the URNC itself is compromised, we should limit comms with her too. Satellite cities aren't like Odessa's White Zone, and NOMFA's reach is weaker here. We might already be scrapped by the time 8 arrives. Buzz. The vibration breaks the silence. The dolls instantly stiffen. Sopo steers near the door. It's fine, just mail. Ew, talk about timing. What is it? Just a routine government reminder. A monthly MFA supplies purchase list. Kyla's been too busy. I've been handling these approvals for half a year. But Diva opens the system interface, carefully checks the list, then presses approve. She looks out the window again, her eyes fixed on the street below, a back alley. At midnight, the last shops close. The owner directs the workers in unloading crates of goods for tomorrow. A smile slowly spreads across Diva's face. Sopo, Lena, Rabella, come with me. Alright. So yeah, there you have it guys, that'll be it for this video. Next time we'll see where we go. They said they saw a cafe, right? Is this where the Chuchero Cafe comes in, you think? I don't know. I don't know if that's what it's trying to hint at, because, you know, she smiled and stuff. I guess we'll see for next time. Yeah, we did a lot more here in this video, like 5. So yeah, we're definitely getting up there, but it might just be for that one part, since, you know, it was just them, like, getting the safety and stuff. It's supposed to represent that. But yeah, we'll keep on going for next time, guys. So yeah, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.